Done?
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Roto Hour here on Sports Grid TV. I'm Davis Mattek. I am joined by Michael Leone and Drew Dinkmeyer. We, if you remember, did an NBA draft of the best historical teams. Drew and I drafted with Ricky Sanders. Ricky is not on this episode of the show. He will be appearing on a new episode of the show when we bring his team in to be simulated. But Drew, we are here with Michael Leone to simulate our teams playing against one another in NBA 2K. You're seeing our teams on the screen right now. How are you feeling about our matchup?
I mean, I feel exceptionally confident. I really, your team by far of the three teams, in my opinion, was the weakest, and so I feel like my team should be able to run away with
Bill
this
Russell is gonna make you rue those words.
We are giving Davis home court since you got to pick before Davis.
Okay.
And you can see the starting lineups here. Who are your two bench players? You each have two bench.
Well, we
one
had
bench player. One bench player.
Then we I have Scottie Pippen coming off the bench. And who do you have, Davis? Who did you take before Scottie Pippen?
I have dollar store Scottie Pippen, Paul George. I made it was a comedy of errors. If you guys watched the first episode of the show, or if you listened to the episode of the show on the Takecast. And Leone, why don't you explain what you did with the benches for these teams in order to negate their impact?
So first of all, NBA 2K is amazing. The flexibility it gives you can do a whole roster for the league manually, however you want, including with the Legends. So I was able to make 3 teams with the Legends. You need at least 8 players on a team. They had 6. So I gave each player a bench of their bench guy and a point guard and a power forward that were 69s. And I went in and I set the rotations for each team so that it was just 40 minutes for the 6 players that you guys drafted and 0 minutes for those 2 guys. So in theory, the computers should not be subbing in those guys unless they really have to. But I guess we'll find out when we play the game.
I mean, obviously, Wilt Chamberlain's going to get into sick foul trouble trying to defend the rim against the likes of Steve Nash, Curry, Magic Johnson, and Kevin Durant. I gotta say, Dink, seeing your lineup now, I do not feel as bad about my defense because Bill Russell is going to be really effective in this matchup.
Yeah.
I think.
You think so?
And I think that
Michael Jordan's never been a guy that's been able to get to the rim at will or anything like that.
That's why I have Bill Russell.
Yeah, we'll see.
Man,
all right,
it should
Leone,
be fun. All right, let's get started.
Very, very excited for this. I thought that at some point that we would be able to simulate this, but I didn't know exactly how. So I'm very excited that it's taking place, of course, on the people are going to get to see. The people are going to get to see the greatness of Steve Nash, who is far away from our draft the most disrespected player.
So my question, Mike, is an independent party here. What would you set the line on this game at? With Davis having home court advantage, but the team differences that via the draft.
I think that Drew is minus. Do you want me to set the money line? I say Drew would be minus 125.
No, well,
Okay.
we need a point spread.
Okay, what's that, like 2.5 points?
It's probably around there, 2.5 to 3. Yeah, probably 2.5. Yeah.
Considering how much better Dink thinks his team is than mine, that feels like a non-fair line.
I feel like I would have guessed 3.5 would have been my line. Give yourself a little home court advantage here, and
what if my Matthew Dellavedova just plays way better than your Matthew Dellavedova?
Well, we're hoping that they don't even get into the game. But if that is the way that I lose this game, I mean,
you'll protest.
So be it. How do you guys feel about the TNT crew here?
I love it. I love that.
No Sir
Charles.
He's probably like Bill Belichick, where he won't license himself to the game.
All right, I skipped that. We're going to next since we don't have volume on the game.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have to color commentate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the point was for us to color commentate the game, right?
Look at Wells, ready to go.
I just
look at a young Magic. Looks good.
Can I ask you guys? Every time you see Magic with the 32 Cleveland jersey, are you thinking of Tristan Thompson? Like it, for whatever reason, video game Magic kind of looks like Tristan Thompson to me.
No, I don't think that at all.
No.
Chris Paul, who you should have taken over Steve Nash.
Do you know how absurd of a statement that is? Steve Nash is the perfect point guard for my team.
Oh my God! I did not factor in that I have Jim Boylan as head coach.
Let's get to the tip. We're gonna jump it up. Let's get to the tip. Here we go. 6-minute quarters should keep all the starters in. Oh yeah, Nash.
Oh, I lost the tip already.
Opening tip. And Durant, he shows no fear. Look at this offensive firepower.
Curry. Oh, Russell setting a pick for Curry for 3. That's funny. How does he miss that?
Yes. All right. Here we go.
So looks like
Chris Paul finds people.
That's easy in transition.
So the defensive matchup where you guys are Dink, your team. The defensive matchup in the backcourt definitely suits you. I think that's not that extreme.
Oh my goodness!
This is what I expected my squad to be able to do. Just force turnovers, get out in transition, take right to the rack.
Well, in transition, Bill Russell is going to be useless, right?
Yeah.
Curry on MJ.
I mean, look at those screens, though. Look at
long twos, very inefficient shots.
Yeah. I mean, if Curry is going to continue to not be able to fire,
is it just a layup line? I mean, look at this.
We might not be able to get an hour of TV out of this if we're gonna have to do like what the NBA does during a blowout where they go to the other game. We might have to load Ricky's team up.
Yeah.
I need Curry.
Jordan is in Steph Curry's kitchen. Like Jordan
so we're gonna do Bill Russell chucking long twos. Oh, shot clock violation.
What's happening?
Davis, do you think your team is gonna score this quarter?
I don't know. This is not how I would have coached this team.
The live line is up to 11.5. Wilt, oh my God!
Oh my gosh! It's making Bill Russell
look
like a child.
Bill. Good D, Bill.
Oh man!
This is one of the most. This is very humbling. This is a humbling experience. Now.
Oh, the lob!
There we go, boys. There we go. I just
on the board.
Stop the bleeding.
So we're gonna do a round robin. You each play each other once. If you all tie, we'll do point differential to go to a championship game.
I just when I Steve Nash against Wilt in the post might be a mismatch. There we go.
Wilt couldn't handle the triple.
He was trying to do too much. Steph is killing this team.
Yeah,
Steph is really killing this team.
He's had 3 wide open shots.
So I think that
a lot different.
Dink, how much better do you think my team is right now if I took Giannis over Steve Nash?
I mean, probably a lot more competitive. It's just like
at this point, you have not missed a shot.
No, I mean we're getting layups left and right, man.
What are we doing? Like I need.
Oh my God, Curry is just
Curry is submarine.
The game's too big for Curry. The game's too big for Curry.
This is like Game 7 of the Cavaliers finals for him all over again. There we go. There's some defense from Bill Russell. Durant's going to shoot this pull up in traffic.
So Drew, is this going how you thought it would go as far as how the
Yeah, I thought my team would pose a unique challenge defensively, and I felt like the backcourt defense for Davis would be a problem, and I felt like we could get out and run, get in transition, get stops, and get buckets.
I think because we underrate the older players, that Wilt's impact on the game has really. So far, Wilt's had 2 pretty easy buckets on Russell.
I mean, look at these screens. Oh, here we go. Here's Scottie Pippen and I did not want. So I would not have made this substitution. So Paul George came in for Magic Johnson. I would have subbed. For Durant. Yeah. So I would have subbed him in the backcourt.
No, for Magic. You're right.
Paul George doing work first possession.
I mean, he knew that everyone was talking bad about him. He listens to the Takecast.
Paul George and Scotty lined up against one another, so that's interesting. Oh my God.
They're both
D Nash.
I mean, honestly, Bill Russell has been useless. This has not been what I signed up for with Bill Russell.
Yeah, the 2-man game with Paul and Wilt has been obliterating Nash and Russell.
So, Dink, you are aware that in real life, Bill Russell owned Wilt Chamberlain's soul. That like no athlete has owned another athlete as thoroughly as Bill Russell owned Wilt.
Oh, Davis.
I need you to know that this is true. Like, I need that to be that, yes, maybe in this video game, Wilt will get the best of him, but in real life, Bill Russell was undisputed the best when these two guys were playing.
You know, I appreciate your commitment to what we in the NBA fantasy hoops call the BVP, the individual history a matchup. I don't think it's predictive, and clearly in the simulation world, it's not. So
how many
NBA
finals in a row would Russell have to win over Wilt before you admitted that it was predictive?
Well, give
Curry is killing me. Get him on the bench. Curry is killing me.
Give Wilt a chance to play with Russell's teammates, and I'll answer that question for you.
Oh, I really wanted Chris Paul to do you dirty.
Chris Paul is outplaying Curry and Curry's going to miss another shot on this possession. I have a strong feeling he's going to get this kick out in the corner.
Curry, like this game's completely different if Curry makes
Russell
half his open shots.
This is going to be a miss. Yeah.
Curry trying to post up MJ. I mean, come on.
Curry has been the difference in this game and not in the way you'd expect.
Oh, Chris Paul, you can't miss that.
Yeah, that's a bunny. All right, only a 2-possession game here with a minute left in the first. Not a huge gap.
This is going to be
especially considering Curry's missed.
Michael Jordan is going to stop this. This is a bucket.
A lot of ISO on Davis's team.
Are we surprised?
No.
This is how
the odds Davis is recording is working. I feel like he's just going to say it's not working.
Okay. Are my computer players going to be smart enough to get the 2-for-1? Oh, look at the rebound. There we go, Durant. Just, you know what they say about Kevin Durant? He's not a quitter. He never quits on the play. He would never. So if Wilt Chamberlain gets in foul trouble, who plays it? I guess KG plays.
Garnett. Yeah.
Garnett. Yeah, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So my team doesn't really have a backup center if Russell gets in foul trouble. Not ideal.
KD at 5 lineups.
That just is going to incentivize Curry to take more horrible shots, unfortunately, I think.
Well, the thing, if your team, if I was you, what I would want to see out of my team is taking more threes just in general. Like, that's going to be your advantage offensively, and your team really hasn't been taking them. Like, so I feel like if my team can limit your 3-point opportunities, that should be a clear win for me.
It's really an issue with the AI, I feel like, at this point.
I was saying before that I don't know if Curry's skills translate to a video game because I don't know if the AI is going to be chucking like 33-footers that he drains.
And it turns out that, no, he's just chucking 19-footers and missing them. I got to say that Steve Nash's defense has not been the issue that has given up a bucket right there. He had bodied up CP3.
Dude, Nash's D's been pretty bad. Wilt got those easy free throws off him, and
come on, get in there.
Oh,
I mean, Durant, he's playing the game the way it's called.
All right, so up by 4 after 1. I'll take that. Lower scoring games here with the 6-minute quarters.
Things have been worse. So I certainly don't feel good about the way that first quarter went. Could have been worse given how it started. Gonna need better games out of Curry and Nash. They've been the big warts so far. Paul George, though, people mocked him, people made fun of him. He's holding his own in this game. Leone's
holding his own.
Yep.
cutscenes.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't let me skip. Yeah, George versus Pippen so far has been advantage George.
It has early on.
Oh my God, Nash.
Yeah, the Nash defense is it's starting to become a problem.
I feel like he's gotten burned a couple of times, and then Paul's like pulled it back out for no reason though.
So it's the inefficient Michael Jordan jump shot.
Yeah, I feel like this game really isn't representative of Michael Jordan's 2-point shooting percentage.
I mean, it's not representative of any of my guys.
Davis,
just keep missing shots.
how do you like that you finally chucked a 3 and it was Paul George?
Hey, those are good. We take those. We'll take those shots.
Okay, Wilt on Nash.
Wilt on Nash. That's got to be a bucket. Come on.
He didn't take him to the post. Nash on Jordan. Oh, see, KD's gonna get the best of this guy here. Scotty, bad shot.
Yeah, that's not what we're looking for.
I
They
think
should have done more with that when they got the switch.
Yeah.
So. I think that the fact that there are so many high-rated defensive players on the court at one time is having an impact on the overall shooting percentages. Curry is the worst player in the history of this game. Curry. Did you put Seth Curry in?
Scotty to the rack. Is Curry 0 for 7?
I don't know how many he's taken, but he has not made one yet.
And he has at least 2 turnovers.
And he thinks he's got this too right here. Oh, come on, guys. Okay, here's a question. What is the live line if Dink and I are controlling these teams?
Oh man, that's
minus
a huge
360.
Yeah, that's a huge change in equity for my team.
That might even be light. Oh, can MJ hit a 3?
So I believe there's been no 3-pointers made.
Yeah, nobody can make open threes.
There we go.
Teams get out in transition now, Davis. Closing the gap.
So the thesis behind the play was that Durant was going to be my main offensive figure, and Nash and Curry.
Oh my God, Jordan running circles around Curry. Wilt there to clean up. Okay.
Weird decisions with the ball.
What is going on?
3-second violation on Wilt.
Gosh.
So everyone, we are going to go ahead and head into a break right now. We're going to continue with the simulation, and when we go ahead and get back from this break, we will just pick you up live in action. We will take a quick look at the stats here as we head into the break. The shot chart. No one has made a 3-pointer as of yet. And when we return from the break, we will continue the rest of this NBA 2K20 simulation of my fantasy drafted team versus Drew Dinkmeyer's fantasy drafted team, hoping that Paul George and Kevin Durant can start making some shots after the break.
So Davis, you got my message, right?
Yes.
So I think it would have worked if it wasn't full screen, but when it goes full screen, it somehow it fucks up in OBS and it lags super bad.
It's because we gotta get a gaming monitor and stuff going on. It's the only way we can do it.
I really want to show people this Stephen Curry
shot chart.
Here's the thing though, we gotta find a way to speed this up or we're not gonna be done in 52 minutes.
What are you talking about? We're almost halfway
through the second
on the game.
Well, fucking all right, whatever. I don't know.
Because if we're halfway, if we can do a quarter and a half each time, and we didn't start it right away, we should be fine.
Okay.
So we'll just look at this shot chart real quick, and then I'll go back to the game.
Okay, we ready?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Wait, no, I lied. 3, 2, 1. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the DailyRoto Hour here on Sports Grid. We are bringing back to you our simulation in NBA 2K20 of the fantasy drafted teams between myself and Drew Dinkmeyer, joined by Mattek and Leone, who's simming this for us, and Curry. He's having a rough one.
0 for 7, I believe. 1 assist,
6.
No rebounds. 0 for 6.
Really favoring the left side of the court.
Yeah, and then Wilt 2 for 2 in the key there. Also got to the foul line, missed those free throws, 4 rebounds. Those from my perspective, those have been the two different.
Honestly, it feels like my team should have a bigger lead based on the way everything's going. So I'm a little bit concerned on that front. I don't know if Davis's
There we
home
go.
court
That's got to be.
advantage.
There we go. We have
Davis
our
takes the
first
lead.
made. We have our first
I'm
made
like,
3-pointer of the game.
it feels like the math's not adding up. I don't know how Davis is winning.
I know, it's very confusing.
You must have gotten
Well-
shorted a possession or two or something along the way.
So my team went 2 for 1 at the end.
Oh,
My team went Steve Nash with the hands. People forget underrated.
Wow.
Underrated aspect of
yeah,
defense.
you won the tip
generating-
and went 2 for 1 at the end. And
Yeah.
in a horribly inefficient game, that's been.
And I got 1 trip to the foul line. Kevin Durant, he made both. Wilt Chamberlain went to the foul line, took 2 and missed both. So that explains the differences, I think.
Because he's in the free throw battle.
Yes,
Timeout.
getting Magic back in this game. Who's he going to come in for? You want him in for Nash, right?
I
Like,
want him in
think
for
that's
Nash,
fair.
but he's coming in for George almost for sure. There's guy looks like.
Okay.
The
How do
computer
I-
the computer doesn't know.
Can you skip this timeout? Okay, there we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, I thought Russell. Nope. He can't.
So
Curry,
I think he's just subbing. Oh no, George is still in. So Durant's.
no, Curry came out.
Oh, that's probably works for you too.
No, that's I wanted Curry or Nash off.
Yeah.
So this is
Kevin Durant's been the best player on the floor in this game.
Well, that was the thesis behind the play, as I have previously mentioned.
Yes,
Oh,
I
long
love
throw.
to see it.
Yeah,
I really want Davis
There
to
it
lose
is.
because of Chris Paul.
I mean, just 2 Oklahoma City Thunder great players, 2 of the greatest players in franchise history, just battling it out. This is going to be buckets. Come on, Durant. Sitting there, got the foul.
Draws the
Oh.
foul, bailed out on the foul.
KG has been non-existent this game. Definitely, everybody was giving me some hard times for taking KG
You got-
sixth.
You
Has
took
been,
a lot for that.
You
has
took him
been-
sixth. Yeah, that
Yeah,
I can I
everybody's
see
been
it though.
vindicated. Well,
So-
my idea when we were drafting was just to try to give myself roster flexibility. And KG, I could have played at the 4 or 5, knowing that there were a ton of all-time good 5s, but wanting to see how these guys would pick. So it was kind of like I picked him knowing that there was a lot of depth at the center spot. So like I think Wilt is probably a better all-time player than KG. Probably some other centers like Shaq and Hakeem and Kareem and whatnot. But I thought there
Pippin's
were
been
just enough
great
of them.
this quarter.
Yeah. Pippen finding Wilt down low.
KD has some sort of Gatorade fire thing going on here.
Yeah, we don't know enough about the game.
I don't know
to
what
what's
that is,
going
but
on,
it can't be good for me.
It's whatever. Oh, there we go. Paul George, the thesis behind the play.
All right.
Bill-
KG
Ru-
grabs
Russell-
a board.
Russell just got robbed of the putback there. It triggered the animation for the putback, and then he didn't end up getting it. So this matchup, Kawhi versus Magic, it seemed like a lot of people who watched the draft didn't realize that I drafted Magic to be my small forward and to play against Kawhi. And one from Paul George. He heard that people did not think he was a good selection. He heard it.
Scotty's not happy with the call. Scotty and George have been, to the outside of KD, 2 of the most important players so far.
Yeah.
So I
The
think
reserves have come through big.
I would say that there's probably a little bit of recency bias in Paul George's skill and acumen in this game. Right?
I'm still
I don't know.
surprised how much MJ's struggled to kind of assert himself in this game. You would think that I don't know. I would think that in these games that LeBron and MJ, even though like everybody's a 99, I would kind of think that those guys would have a little bit extra juice to them.
Well,
Yeah, and they do make it so like not everyone's a 99, but it's pretty close. Like there's 99, 98, 97. I
Yeah.
think someone's a 96. So
steals per game. Again, another reason why Paul George was not nearly as
God.
bad of a selection as everyone says.
Yeah, I don't
this is gonna be
think-
a bucket.
Steals per game.
I don't think MJ would have accepted being the guy subbed out in this matchup.
No, I don't think so either. I also feel like I've missed a lot of bunnies inside on putbacks and whatnot. Oh, look at that alley-oop.
Bill Russell. People
that.
mocked him. People called me a boomer for selecting Bill Russell, dude.
I feel like Drew's team is getting better looks, but they're screwing them up. And also Durant's just been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Durant being awesome was pretty predictable, though, right?
Well, all these guys are.
I mean, if we're
awesome.
going to guard him with Chris Paul, it definitely is.
Okay.
Free bucket for Drew.
There we go.
Scotty might be Drew's leading scorer.
I think he is.
I think that's 7 for him.
Durant is he just is showing no fear going at KG,
So
passed up to 2 for 1.
So that matchup, that Kevin Durant KG matchup, has clearly gone in the favor of Team Mattek. He just has dusted KG every time because I mean I think it's
this is the ISO you want.
Nash to finish off the half.
Is Kawhi gonna settle for the long 3 though? Is he not gonna go to the bucket?
Oh my,
Kevin Durant.
Why are we bringing the pick? Oh, Drano. All right, Kawhi.
That's why.
And KD just protects his stats. Embarrassing. Protecting his stats at the end of the half there, just refusing to launch it.
So
he
2 point lead
probably
going
has
in the
that
half.
coded in.
2 point lead going in the half, right around the line we were talking about. Some ups and downs in that first half for each team.
I'm going to skip these highlights because I want to make sure we get through the whole game.
Look at that though. Like I'm shooting a better percentage. I'm dominating the boards. How's my team only up 2?
Kevin
Just
Durant.
turnovers?
Free throw shooting, and Davis has had like 2 extra possessions between winning the tip and the 2 for 1.
You are playing 2 bigs. I'm only playing 1 big. So you winning the rebound battle, but me winning the game would not be that surprising.
No, but
KD 13, 6, and 2.
I mean, KD was just dominant,
which is really like 26, 12, and 4. Yeah. Oh, is KG gonna? No.
No, getting stripped by Curry. Come on.
So KG has been your Curry.
My LVP. Yeah.
I mean, Curry is just he's gonna get this terrible shot up here against Chris Paul. See, he's killing this team with his ego. I mean, pass the ball to your teammates, dude.
What is he doing?
What is this offense? Yeah.
Curry is useless.
That's a good outlet pass.
Oh, and nice crossover.
Free bucket. Oh.
Oh my gosh, was that magic on Kawhi?
That was. Oh, they keep passing Curry the ball, and it's just. He is 0 for 9. He is 0 for 9.
I mean, Curry was interviewing Dr. Fauci this morning, so it's been a long day for him.
I mean, I'm certainly not going to win if Curry is playing these minutes over Paul George. He's got to sub out for Paul George. I would, if in a redraft, I would not be taking Curry after watching this. I would take Nash. Nash has been
one game
fine.
Sample and you're done.
He's on the bench, and if Magic gets up a terrible shot here, I'm not going to feel particularly good about that. Not feeling great about the Bill Russell. I mean, the Magic
MJ's made like 3 or 4. He's got like 3 or 4 stocks.
Yeah,
even though he hasn't done much offensively.
Yeah.
Oh my God, KG, you got to make this. KG on Curry.
I mean, that's got to be a bucket. Oh, KG's going to celebrate that bucket too.
Curry.
You know Nash. What? I got KG that Emerald Stone at halftime.
Nice. This is
That's an Uncut Gems reference there.
Yeah. I haven't seen
without Durant, this would just be over.
Yeah.
He's got 15 points in 15 minutes.
It's got 60% of your team's points and probably like 70% of the boards.
I mean, he's been the only good player, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The AI is not particularly sophisticated in terms of passing big men the ball, though. It seems to just treat them like an average teammate. Can't stop
MJ
it.
Just taking ridiculous long twos.
And
seems about right.
Yeah.
I mean, whole career on it.
I just if you're gonna set the pick, Russell, set the pick.
That's a good play right there to get KD free.
So guys like MJ obviously like being the best or second best player ever is maybe not the best guy to make this point with, but how do you factor in how guys would play in today's game if they knew,
Apparently Bill Chamberlain just does that.
If they knew the correct strategy. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit on the pod on I was trying to think about guys that, if they were developed in this era, like KG, who had a, pretty money 18 to 20 foot jump shot that could probably extend out to 22 to 25 in this era. And, MJ, I'm sure would have been, none of these guys are going to be Steph Curry, but I think, MJ would have been, like MJ would have made a few threes. He wouldn't be like Steph Curry in this video game, but I think in general, like these guys, all these all-star legends of all time would adapt in a way that would, fit pretty well. I think the true dominant kind of big men might have more challenges just with the way the game is played now. But I think if you're an utter offensive rebounding beast, you can still have a huge impact in the NBA. And so that's kind of what I was thinking through.
Davis, you are getting the lineup you want. Curry or Nash out, George at the 2.
Well, at this point, I would rather them sub out. I'd rather have Nash in than Curry, but yes, this is the lineup I want to be playing, which is my 3 big wings all in there together with Bill Russell. Though in the fourth quarter, if Drew is still up multiple possessions, I want them to go KD at the 5, Paul George.
You want Russell out of there, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing round robin one match, or are we doing home and home round robins?
I was thinking one match just because I didn't know if we'd have the time to do home and homes. And then if it was tied, do point differential. But, it's your guys' teams, however you guys want to do it.
Are all of us having a lot of trouble finding time in our schedules right now because there's so much going on?
Yeah. I feel like home and home.
Whoa.
Bill Russell heard me saying that I wanted to sub him out in crunch time.
Yeah, I feel like the home and homes would be fun. Also biased there, since I would always have road games in this Leone measure of who picked first gets home
Well,
court.
it was kind of just a way to set up the first game.
Yeah, of course.
I should have made Davis a different team, but I had already done the work on Cleveland when I was messing around with it. But Drew's Chicago with Pippen and
that makes sense.
Jordan.
Yeah.
And then Ricky is Boston with Larry Bird.
So I would have been the Thunder because I have Paul George, Kevin Durant.
I would have made you the Lakers. That would have been more fun with Magic.
Oh, coming off the pick, MJ?
Bill Russell.
Nope. Rick.
I mean, Celtics, Bulls, Lakers would have been pretty.
Yeah.
Way better than Cavs.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is a problem.
Next time we do this street, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say I'll wear my Durant jersey, but I got rid of all of them.
There you go, MJ. That's an MJ play.
There it is.
Do you think that the game is just gonna code it in that in like the fourth quarter, like
MJ's gonna push off and hit a 20-footer to win?
Yeah, like he's just is gonna like.
I hope so.
Like he's gonna get away with offensive fouls and everything. This is after the first quarter. I did not think it was gonna be this close. So Curry's gonna miss again. Finally. There we go. He finally, man. And that was the signature curl play. Yeah.
Broke the seal. Watch out now.
So you do not want Curry to get the Gatorade heat thing, right?
No.
Like you can't have Curry get hot heading into the fourth quarter, because then the whole thesis behind my team will come home to roost.
It is interesting you mentioned the curl play for Curry. Like once in a while they do a play and it looks like real basketball, and then other times it's just like this disjointed mess.
Well, I mean, so like when you're playing, you can call plays, right? Like you have so it's all coded in there. I mean, I am sure like we have these complaints about the disjoint, like not complaints, but just pointing out that it's disjointed. But how complex do you think the coding that goes in? Wow, look at that play. Chris Paul, it's getting close to the fourth quarter. So
Jim Boylan out of timeouts. That's just money in the bank, getting open looks.
Curry is just.
Jordan is making a difference in this third quarter, and he's really owned Curry defensively the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's been Drew. Your biggest edge has been MJ's, like not even on offense. MJ's defense has been, I think, the difference so far. Yeah,
I'm gonna real quick. I just want to check real quick.
Well, we're going into a break anyway, so this is perfect. So we can go take a look at the stats. We have Will 8-8. He's gonna
only one steal for MJ. I'm not sure these steals right.
These stocks aren't right because he's got like 3 steals and a block.
Yeah. But my team's pretty balanced. Not Davis's.
Not as
Curry
balanced.
has more than 2 turnovers for sure. So they must have
1
been
for 8
friendly.
from the floor for Curry. So as things stand, we are about to head into the fourth quarter. My team has the lineup out on the floor that I want. I'm really hoping that one of Curry or Nash stays off in the fourth quarter. What do you want your fourth quarter lineup to be, Drew?
Pippen's played so well that I think I'd actually want Pippen out there over KG in this matchup. Put Kawhi on KD, Pippen on Magic. I think that's the lineup that I'd like to close with. Ideally, Pippen in there over KG.
Yeah. So 8 offensive rebounds for you has also been huge, which I guess to be expected. You're playing 2 bigs. I'm playing with Kevin Durant at the power forward.
I mean, the numbers just like the 6 free throws is the difference right now. Like in terms of keeping this game competitive, you look at all the other numbers. I'm winning rebounding. I'm winning steals. I'm winning turnovers. I'm winning field goal percentage. I guess we're tied now. We've both made the same amount of threes, so it just comes down to you've made your free throws and my team has not.
Well, free throws are important, so we are going to head into our final break here on DailyRoto TV, and we will be back in just a few minutes. Leone, are you recording the screen on your OBS?
No, because it's all choppy on the
It's choppy
OBS.
it's choppy on my side too.
The thing is, like, I can make it not choppy, but then it wouldn't be full screen.
I don't have the answer. So
I think it's understandable that it's choppy.
Hope
It
it's
was
usable.
really bad in my OBS, so I'm not recording that.
Okay. Well, I hope it's usable. I hope they don't get mad at us. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on once. No, I don't want to risk screwing it up, but like if we wanted to stream this, I think I could figure something out, but it wouldn't be amenable
if we want to stream it, we have to get gaming monitors, and we got to have it hooked up directly to our computers. It's the only way to do it.
Well, I could do it how we did MLB The Show too, but okay, I'm ready though.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, everyone. Welcome back to our final block here on DailyRoto TV. I am Davis Mattek, joined by Drew Dinkmeyer and Mike Leone, heading into the third and fourth quarters of our NBA 2K20 simulation between my fantasy drafted team and Drew's fantasy drafted team. Drew's team, 39-36 over my team. Curry is continuing his quest to find a second bucket and not kill the team. Yeah, just...
It's
the shot you want. It's the shot you want.
Yeah. I've got the lineup on the floor we just talked about that I want with Pippen in over KG. This is my closing unit here, especially for the matchup with Davis.
Oh, what a feed.
My team has the lineup I want too, but I guess I would probably prefer Nash to Curry because at least Nash won't be shooting, right? Because just any shot right now that's not KG is no good.
Magic with a big bucket for a 2-for-1 there. 2-for-1s matter a lot in the 6-minute quarters.
Yeah. Creating an extra possession. Come on, that's supposed to be Russell, right? Easy. Russell is supposed to be there.
Easy buckets at the rim. That's what we like to see.
This is gonna be a horrible shot from Kevin Durant. It's not gonna go in. Russell's got to come give him the screen.
The scoring has picked up so much since the first quarter.
Why did Russell? Pulling my hair out, boys.
Oh man, that almost went too.
Didn't even.
Is there anything you want to check stat wise before we start the fourth, or you want to start the fourth?
No, I want to get to the fourth. I gotta.
Money time now.
Well, let's watch the assist of the game. Scotty to Wilt.
I thought that Kawhi pass towards one of the last possessions there in the third quarter might deserve that.
It's a production thing, Drew. They had to pick.
I know they didn't have time to cut the clips. I know. It's difficult.
So, okay, lineup I want on the floor is in.
There was a sub.
Yeah. Good pass there. So the
Magic
at small forward. Still feel vindicated in that decision.
Oh no, KG's coming to check in. Oh, what are we doing?
Oh, Chris Paul throws it away. Fourth quarter starts.
Fourth quarter. You know what?
looks jittery.
Let's not talk about Oklahoma City Thunder legend Chris Paul like that. He's had some
KG
mistakes
coming in
earlier
for
in his career.
Kawhi. For Wilt. KG
for
in for
Wilt.
Wilt.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're okay with that sub.
Yeah, I mean,
Wilt was playing great, but I guess he needs a breather.
He probably does need a breather. Hopefully, it's a quick one.
So we got Paul George in a matchup I think he likes here. He's not. He's going to get the screen from Russell. That was not a good shot. Bill Russell, offensive rebound. Not. Okay, don't do that, though.
Get out and run. Get out and run, KG.
Oh, yeah, they didn't take advantage.
Beat him down the floor.
Back slow. Oh, but Pippen's he's been good.
Did you see that was Nash's defense on Kawhi, by the way?
Is that his first attempted shot?
And I mean, obviously it was a miss. That's why I wanted Nash, though, right? Like, I wanted Nash because we get an off-ball foul. Michael Jordan, off-ball foul.
Jay.
No, that looked like a moving screen.
You had two key points to your team, Davis. One is coming to fruition and KD being amazing. The other is not. The guards are killing you.
Magic at small forward, I think, was underrated, though, because getting that passing from your small forward spot, I think, was big.
The team looks like it's moved on from Curry and Nash as primary ball handlers. So
I need to get Wilt back in there. I'm starting to lose the rebounding battle quite a bit.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, boys.
Oh my gosh.
Magic is on a tear starting with the end of the third quarter.
Oh man, I'm feeling good. About my chance.
6-0 run there. 6-0 run there for Davis's Cavaliers.
23, 8-3 from Kevin Durant.
Magic 5 assists, 3 for 4 from the field.
Has Nash recorded?
Curry 1 for 9, Nash 1 for 2.
Bill Russell has 10 boards. Surprising.
But Chris Paul's played a ton in this game. Wilt 10 and 9.
Quiet 15 minutes, I think, is not what Drew wanted.
It's just a mistake. Kawhi playing less than KG.
So had you guys known how the game worked, I think the initial sub is just for the position the player plays at. The primary position is what's happening there.
So didn't kill me, but I would have preferred Paul George to sub in at shooting guard. Much worse sub for Drew.
For future stuff, Mike, can I make Pippen a 4 then?
I don't
know if the game allows that customization, but what we could
I don't think you can make him a 4 off the bench, but you could fudge the rotation minutes a little bit so that the guy that you want subbed in first has like less minutes.
Okay.
And I don't know how well that would translate to the 6-minute game or not.
Bill
Russell.
The centers in this game have mattered.
I mean, like, I really needed to go. I needed to go on the record that I think more people made fun of the Bill Russell pick than the Paul George pick. Right?
Yeah,
Michael Jordan fourth quarter. That's never missing.
That was a sweet play too.
Here we go. Throw off that screen, MJ.
Oh, my coach is worse than your coach.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure anyone's worse than Boylan, man.
My coach is fired already.
I don't know.
That doesn't mean he's worse than Boylan. The only reason Boylan hasn't been fired is because they're paying him like an assistant coach's salary because they fired the previous coach 2 years ago and didn't even have a coaching search.
Ooh, subs.
So Curry is not in, which is what I want. I want this to be KD's
Pippen's
team.
not in for me. It's the start.
Russell. Bill Russell has owned this fourth quarter.
What is going on, man?
Who was your sub, Drew? I missed it.
I think Pippen came out and Wilt came back in. So I've got my big starters lineup, yeah. Oh, Wilt going to the rack.
Almost an and one, yeah.
He was 0 for 2 from the line earlier, though. This is
the problem. The free throw shooting's been a problem for my squad.
So, Leone, correct me if I'm wrong, but we could all draft 15-man squads, run them in a franchise mode, and run the 82-game season and just see what happened, right?
Yeah.
That will be some upcoming DailyRoto hours / take cast.
And you can set like your team strategy too. Like if you do that,
yes.
So you could set, like 3-point shooting team or slow pace.
I mean, Kevin Durant. Like, can
This
we
game, Drew's
just
sweating
a
this game out.
This is bad. This is not good. I got off to such a good start, 10-2 lead. Thought I was going to cruise.
You were taking victory laps on Twitter like no one's business.
Well, the first 4 possessions was layup, miss or turnover, layup the other way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris Paul though.
Chris Paul, fourth quarter.
I feel like, I mean, it's mostly gone to plan for Drew. It's just KD's
been too good.
And Magic had a
Bill
really
Russell
good
has been. I think Bill Russell has 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilt's been good
maybe Russell ended up getting the best of Wilt in this matchup, Davis. Maybe you're right.
Well, I would say interesting. I would not have gone with Kawhi as player of the game.
Yeah, seems like a strange player of the game from my vantage point. But
I wonder if the player of the game can only come from the winning team.
Do you think it's
foreshadowing? Maybe.
I think Kawhi's contributed quietly across the board. The Magic open.
That's not what you want. That wasn't the shot we wanted. So I don't know if you guys saw, but off the ball. Oh
yeah. Oh, come on.
Russell's got the Gatorade.
Not Nash.
Russell's got the fire player. Drew hasn't had a fire player.
Maybe that's a home court thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. My team also hasn't had like one guy go on a run.
Oh,
Bill Russell. Oh, sweating it. What if we get OT?
This is tough.
Leone and I are running good.
I've got Wilt guarding KD on the perimeter. That's a problem.
Bill Russell.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Bill Russell.
That's a problem. Oh,
wow.
No.
Guys, this is fun.
Home court advantage.
How much do you miss sports that this simulation is like awesome?
Oh, this is painful right now.
This is not. You don't want Bill Russell.
Kawhi breaks the double team.
Oh,
basically beat 3 players there.
Player of the game.
14 points. He's your man. Durant has 25, which is really like 50.
Yeah.
Okay, Russell, set the screen. These are not good screens.
Oh, MJ fighting through it.
That was a miss.
We had to finally put MJ on KD.
This is a big possession right here.
They're all big possessions.
We really
left tie game.
Chris Paul.
Oh my God, Chris Paul from 3. Bang.
There's no better way for Davis to lose this game than a Chris Paul 3.
I didn't even notice that Curry was back in. So Curry subbed in for Paul George at the last timeout.
Nash, he's just not meant for this game. It's
just too much height in there.
He's just not physically there.
It really ended on a Chris Paul 3.
Oh, MJ misses that would have been the dagger.
So they're not going to go for it too. Oh. That was an open look. I don't think you can.
Davis, do you want your team to foul or no?
No.
Yeah, you definitely don't. You got like 8-second differential.
Oh, come on.
Get it down low to Wilt. Good work. Good work, big man.
Oh, smooth.
Good work, big man.
Drop step.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
It was all going my way, and then what a horrible last minute of the game.
Spread's 2.5.
Yeah, could get a backdoor cover here.
Seems unlikely. I think this is... Wow. Chris Paul.
God, Russell can't get the inbound in.
I mean, why is it going to Magic and why is it... That's going to be a make. Wow. You don't love to see it.
There we go.
Gosh, wide open 3.
So I guess my guards made 1 3-pointer?
Yeah.
In the whole game. So the greatest...
Chris Paul made more 3-pointers than your guards.
So the best shooting backcourt in NBA history made 1 3-pointer.
Hate to see it. Tough scene.
You do.
I mean, Davis, let's be honest. If Kevin Durant didn't do what he did today, wouldn't even be a game, friend. Wouldn't even be a game.
It's just what Kevin Durant does, though. I think that's a median performance from him.
A median performance is 50 points?
Yeah, no, a median performance. Here, Leone, you're trying to extrapolate things, but obviously inside of the game, it's a little bit different, dude. It's not. You can't just say that things are times 2.
Why not?
It's not allowed. Keep in mind.
There's a different fatigue factor for sure. That's not.
No, keep in mind that these guys are literally not subbing out either. Like they're not taking rotations. Durant played the whole game. If Curry makes this one, I honestly would have been mad if he made that one.
And the game ends with the ball in Chris Paul's hands.
There we go. Nice little cover. Never in doubt, boys. Never in doubt.
Really, I'm excited to go to Stephen Curry's shot chart.
I mean, what can I do? What can I do? You know.
Chris Paul made 3 3-pointers in this game.
CP3
and they were all huge. Look at all those
CP3 misses.
And here's Nash only took 1 3.
Check out Michael
Only
Jordan.
1 assist too.
Compare MJ to KD.
Yeah,
Oh
so KD was KD only made 1 3 though.
Like not a great game for MJ. What, 5 for 11?
No, but I think he made a bigger defensive impact than the stocks made it seem.
Yeah. I mean, KD and Russell were great. Magic Johnson didn't really show up for you.
Magic did all the things we asked.
Magic was great in that second half. That turned it around for Davis when Magic started playing point forward there.
A -12 plus minus for Magic. Tough scene. Single game plus minus not always a great indicator. Paul George +8. Difference maker.
I mean, Nash -10. Like
Pippen +13.
No, -8 for Pippen.
-8.
KG +10.
I looked at the wrong.
KG doing all the small things. I didn't even notice.
Well, he was out there for that run at the end. You got 6 points there at the end.
Also, did not miss a shot. 2 for 2.
Yeah. Take what the defense gives him. 4
Chris
for 13.
Paul, 3 for 5 from 3.
Chris Paul was chucking. 4 for 13.
Yeah, so I mean, if I was even not controlling the players, but if I was coaching this game, I would have just subbed Curry out immediately, pretty much, and just played Paul George, and I think that would have made a difference because Curry.
Look, we can watch Chris Paul's highlights.
Oklahoma City Thunder, great. Chris Paul. I can't. How can I be upset about that?
Oh my goodness, that was it. That was the big 3. I wonder if they do defensive plays so we can see Jordan's.
Jordan was.
There's Jordan
picking Curry's pocket.
He was. So Jordan defense definitely had something to do with how bad Curry was in this game.
I love that we got to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, now
really
let's
see. Impressive, man.
Yeah.
KD was just a bucket fest. Oh, let's see Steph break.
I mean, there was one highlight, and it was like half him getting it.
It was a made 3 and 2 steals. Congrats.
So my guards went 3 of 16.
Not great.
Not great. Proud of KD.
I mean, perimeter defense was an emphasis for me. So I think. I think my team. My team should be strong against opposing guard scoring teams. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm glad to get a win under the belt. A little bit nervous there going into the fourth quarter and having a close game and feeling like my team is superior to Davis's. But so I guess what's the schedule, Leone? What's going to be the next matchup that you want to see?
Ricky's involved. I want to see you play Ricky next because I don't want to see someone get eliminated in game 2. I don't want Davis to be eliminated right away. So I want to see.
If
Curry plays like that again.
Either way, someone can if I win over Ricky, that means I'm the winner.
Well, that means you're in the championship game, but you got to play 2 games. I guess Davis could be. If Davis lost to Ricky, Davis would be out already.
Right.
Of the finals.
Right.
If you beat Ricky though, or if you lose to Ricky, either way the Ricky Davis game matters.
Okay. So Ricky versus me.
Unless we're doing the full round robin. If we're doing home and home, then it doesn't really matter.
True.
All right, everyone.
Maybe we do home and home. We'll see.
Thank you very much for listening and watching us here on the Daily Roto Hour on Sports Grid. We will be back next week and tomorrow actually with more content for you guys.